Hey, hey, hey. I hope you guys enjoy these, what I'm calling podcast shorts for my Burnout to All Out community. This is just a little peek behind the curtain of the coaching that goes on inside of my programs. We're bringing to you some of the best nuggets and coaching I'm giving within hot seats of all of our different programs, whether it's our LinkedIn Method Academy, our mini mastermind business basics, all the way up to our higher level mastermind. If you're hearing some of these questions and you're like, man, I wish I could get my burning question answered by Melissa. Hey, guess what? You could be featured on my podcast. If you've got a question that you want answered and you submit it to my team and we pick it, we will bring you here to the podcast for our podcast shorts and do a hot seat with you. Where can you submit your questions? Send them to teamburnouttooallout.co. We'll make sure we drop that in the show notes for our podcast shorts. And I hope that you guys find as much value in these shorts as our clients do inside the program. Need some effective tactical advice that actually helps you get results and makes a real difference in your life and business? You've come to the right place. If you're finding yourself here today, it means you're getting ready to gain serious traction in your business, rapidly multiply your income and impact, and you're ready to make it happen while living all out. Guys, I'm Melissa Hinault, your trustworthy corporate dropout turned six-figure business burnout turned happy and healthy CEO of a multi-million-dollar online business. And you're listening to the Burnout to All Out podcast. On this show, we're serving up innovative growth strategies, simple implementation methods to put them into practice, and action-stimulating inspiration tailored specifically for the modern entrepreneur. Let's dive in. Jackie and I have talked about this. People are looking for the easy button and they're asking us, what have we done differently? But the reality is we just fine tune every time. And I will say where it was the hardest for us is when we had outgrown the audience we were marketing to, which may be what's happening to you, Noelle. We had, I think about this now. I had a launch 2 Octobers ago that I spent $5,000 on ads, $10,000 on the team. And we closed the cart and didn't have a single sell. Like we didn't sell anyone. And we had like 1,000 people register. And it was this like fairly the same content. Like we've fine tuned it significantly now, but we didn't sell anybody. And I was sitting here on Tuesday night and just watching the sales come in. Like 67 people purchased just on Tuesday night. So I'm sitting here at my desk and like literally across the globe, like money's just being wired into the bank account from everywhere, right? And all I can think is 2 years ago, nobody wanted to give me their money. Nobody. But the reality is we were marketing to the wrong audience and my message was wrong and it was to the wrong people. And what had happened is we had outgrown who we were marketing to and the wrong people were on the screen. And it didn't matter what I was telling them. It wasn't the right audience and they were never going to pay. They didn't have the money mindset. It wasn't the right investment for them. And until I was willing to pivot with who our audience truly was and up level who I was marketing to, it wasn't going to change. And it was really scary because I had marketed to what I'd always felt that was my audience, but I'd totally outgrown them. Right. And so back to Jackie's point is like, is your messaging and your marketing appropriate to the audience that you either desire or that is in front of you? And so know that in 2 years, we've gone literally, is it 2 years? 2 fucking years. We went from a launch that cost me money to nearly $1 million in 9 days. And it's the same content. We just had to shift the messaging and shift who we were marketing to. But what we teach on the back end is the same.
What were you marketing to before, Melissa? And then who did you change to? Okay.
Network marketers.
I was exclusively like, I felt like, and this is what Kayla had to coach me on. I felt like my only knowledge base on LinkedIn was how to recruit business builders on LinkedIn. And that was my message for the longest time. And what was happening was I had scaled a business beyond the 6-figure mark. We did $1 million in 19 months. And what was happening was we were getting a lot of interest and a lot of traction with other entrepreneurs who are really curious about how we were leveraging LinkedIn. But what I was telling myself was I only know how to teach network marketers this. And I was in Kelly Roche's program, and Kelly said, I want you to come speak at Game Changers, which is like streamed globally, right? She's like, I want you to come teach LinkedIn to these guys. Remember, I told Jackie, I was like, this is fucking stupid.
I just can't. I just was thinking about that day because I remember how many people came up to you afterwards. They were like, can this work for me? Can this work for me? And we had to pivot real fast.
We did. Like literally on the fly, created a LinkedIn boot camp. I don't even know what we called it. LinkedIn Jumpstart. Because
remember that flyer?
I was so broke. Funny. I was in the red. I didn't know how I was going to pay Jackie. And we had to bootleg it because I was like, okay, these people are not network marketers, but they want the training. I'm going to sell it to them. And I was like, $1,000. I'll do it over 6 weeks, rapid fire. I'll do it live. And so I made $100,000 while Jackie nearly died in the ICU. And I'm just trying to keep the business alive. I launched a 6-week program, built it while it was the same fundamentals, but it was a different audience. And I had to take the word network marketing out. I had to focus on the attraction marketing and lead generation and it not just be network marketers. And it was that really awkward, uncomfortable survival moment where I was like, whoa, like financial advisors, real estate coaches, all these people are coming to me. I think we can do this for these guys too. And it actually saved my business to run that boot camp and pivot. And that was in October. Then I invested in Chris's mastermind. And the following January, terrified, I said, we're going to market to small business owners and entrepreneurs. I'm going to invest $20,000 in ads, which at the time, remember, I was broke. And I invested $50,000 in Chris Harder's mastermind, which I didn't have. And I said, we're going to do this. I'm all in. We're going to pivot because clearly the audience is telling me this demographic wants it. So we went to market in January where I reframed how I was talking in the sense that my end product wasn't just for network marketers. It was attraction marketing for your products and service to generate leads for your business. I pivoted and we went from being broke in a launch in October to rebranding, changing my message, marketing to a new audience in January and doing $300,000 in sales. And then it was like, that was the feedback from the universe saying, this audience wants this from you. And then more and more of these diversified entrepreneurs started coming in. More and more started to say they wanted it. So we started to retarget and focus on, and now here's the cool thing, and George and Pam can attest to this. We still have a ton of network marketers that come in. They're typically top network marketers that are looking to grow their business through lead generation for leaders. But we've expanded our market and we've expanded our audience and totally up-leveled our delivery and raised our prices. And I think we're at like a 40% pay in full ratio, which is insane. On a 5,000.
I had several network marketers on my office hours today, which I didn't know that they were because they were new, but they're different.
Yeah. But here's the thing. When I was broke years ago, most people would have thrown in the towel. They would have said, launching doesn't work. This is not for me. And I've just got to do something else. But look where we are now. The people who purchased 2 years ago on the back end get the same core curriculum they do today. Obviously, we updated some, but it wasn't our product. It was our audience and our messaging that was fucking us up, right?
Can I just say one thing, Melissa? I was in that cohort in January.
Ah, yes.
That was me.
So you've witnessed the evolution of the company, right?
I got the ad and showed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah. So just know that sometimes you're going to outgrow your audience. You're going to, and I guess I'll go back to what Kayla told me when I was terrified to pivot. She said, you You just feel comfortable coaching to network marketers because you have evidence that it works there. You don't have evidence and haven't gained the credibility to teach to anyone else because this is what you know. And you're not going to know till you start teaching other people. And when you start seeing proof, and that's what happened, Lene, we started getting clients like you coming in, and then they were crushing it and landing contracts and getting great deals. And then all of a sudden we had new testimonials from all different types of business coming in, and it expanded our evidence and our audience and our messaging, right? Thanks, guys, so much for listening in on today's podcast episode. And I can't wait for you to see my upcoming guest in the next episode. You are going to love this keynote speaker. Hey, here's the deal. If you liked this, please subscribe and leave a review. And you want the latest online business growth strategies and exclusive LinkedIn pro tips sent straight to your phone? Text the word update to 704-318-2285. That is, text the word update to 704-318-2285. Can't wait to see you guys. Come find me over on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you like to hang. Cannot wait to hear how you are enjoying and applying what you're learning. You guys reach out to me over on social because I love hearing what's resonating with you. When you reach out to me and you send me those personal DMs, they really do impact the content I continue to bring forward to you. So again, come find me, Melissa_Hinault over on Instagram, Melissa Hinault over on LinkedIn and Facebook. Can't wait to see you guys over there.